Hey, this is Chris for the Guitar Magazine, and I'm here in sunny Anaheim, California for the NAMM Show 2018 with Pepijn from Eastman Guitars, who's the head of R&D and product marketing, and he's going to talk us through what the brand's got new for 2018.
Hi Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to sunny California. Sorry for all you lovely folks in Britain. Couldn't be sunny anywhere else, so we took all the sun here.
Brilliant. So shall we kick off with a couple of these guitars?
Yeah, well, we have been working really hard on the solid body line, expanding the colors because we could only offer the classic and the amber. So one of the first things that I did this year together with the guys in the workshop is we added an antique gold burst. It's a nitro finish top. On top of the top it gets antiqued, and then the violin varnish gets on top of that. And that is just giving you the opportunity to create any kind of color that we want and still have the violin varnish, which has such a unique sound.
The flame really pops out of that as well. It moves under the light. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful example too, and yeah, the antiquing as always. But there's more than just the visual effect, because we hooked up with Jason Lawler from Lawler Pickups, and we are the only company outside of the US that he works with. So we are very, very proud that he picked us. So these humbuckers that are on here are specially custom wound and aged Imperials from Jason Lawler, but they're not. You cannot buy them anywhere else. You have to have them on an Eastman because he specifically voiced them for our SB59.
That's beautiful, man. It's great.
So the next step. This is a completely new finish that we're introducing this summer. So it's not going to be available immediately. It's going to be, the other one is going to be available, let's say, beginning of March. This one, our SB57, aged, custom wound and custom aged Imperials by Lawler. And it's a new finish which has the patina of a nicely looked after but not worn old instrument. We call it vintage Nitro. So it has beautiful, like a slick looking, and here I love the headstock on it, and everything's there for the really classic black guitar, black on gold, and not as shiny as a new one. And of course, as Chris knows, the both of us, we are P90 guys.
Gold tops and P90s is pretty much all I'm looking at pictures of at the moment. So.
Exactly. So the thing is, since Lawler doesn't do normal aging, so we had to find the right color to match the gold, and they are aging it again custom for us. It's an overwound rhythm neck and a standard wound bridge to compensate the difference in volume and tone. And again, this is a vintage Nitro. Will be available this summer. And as always, it's never about pricing with us, but we just make the guitars and we give them a fair price at the price that they need. This one's going to be Euro 19.99. That's going to be a pound price, by heart 17.69. I
cool.
think so.
Yeah, great.
So, a great price point. And for instance, this one's going to be 19.99 pounds. 21.99.
Yeah, it's a serious guitar for that much cash. It's great. Cool, what's next then?
Then we had to, a good friend of mine wanted a guitar that really resembled like a Polewheeler kind of instrument he's been playing for years. So again, we had to dive deep to come up with a color, the antique gold burst, which we also use on this one. This one's got custom wound Lawler dog ear P90s, and again, especially voiced, so the windings create a very subtle, good balanced sound. Fully hollow, and it's got the violin varnish, got the antiquing, and at the same time it's a beautiful sunburst.
And it looks like someone was playing in A lot on that, when you look at where the wear is.
Exactly, that's an A lover. So when it comes to guitars in general, we also have something that is really important on all our electrics. We have upgraded almost everything we can think of. So the pots are all CTS and not standard CTS pots, but CTS pots. that were specifically designed for us because we want to have the knobs as low as possible to the body, not to have that ugly space between them. Switchcraft switches and inputs, so that's very important to, you don't see that, but that gives a lot of extra quality to the instrument. We also did, for instance, T59 existing model, upgraded it with Seymour Duncan Antiquities, T49 double set of Antiquities, also built in a really gorgeous looking old jazz box with again the antique amber finish. Chris knows, it feels and it sounds like an old guitar. But we also have a lot more modern stuff, guitars like a jazz fusion kind of fully hand carved, all solid, really small 14-inch double cut. This baby screams. Again, it's the gold burst, which is a color that we have implemented across the board because we got so many positive reactions. The same Jason Lawler specifically wound for this instrument to give it the sound that it needs. This one is not aged because it addresses a different kind of guitar player. It's not only antiqued and old and worn that we offer, but we offer also Nitro gloss finishes.
Cool. So that is the new collection for 2018 from Eastman Guitars. The electrics. Shall we move on to the acoustics?
Let's go to
the acoustics.
Let's go there.